welcome to Microphones and Morons, September / Nico's guest shot coverage special. I don't remember what you called it, Max.
It's the bigger, badder, and Nico edition.
Okay, there you go. You're getting this a little bit late, but there's only one episode in October for Nico. We just hit a limited period where it's hard to schedule recording and everything, so we're doing it all together this month.
Busy month.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Very busy. Let's talk about that instead.
We'll get to that. We'll allude to that in a second. But the first thing we're going to allude to is going to be our patrons. So, want to give a special shout out to Nick, Patrick T. Arsenal, Adeline Buchanan, Corey Foch. I think it's Foch.
Just do it the way you did last time. I told you.
Neri... You know, if you keep using both, it's harder to tell you which is right.
Corey knows who he is. And then Neri...
He's famous.
Oh, man. How did I say this last name? Nari Kwok?
Nari Kwok.
That sounds right. And that's all of them.
That's it. There's no one else in that list, especially not someone who would be on this episode.
Yeah, let's not make it awkward.
Thank you, Nico.
His name is
Rodriguez.
Icolas Ne Rodriguez Ray. For those who speak Pig Latin.
Yes, and
I speak Pig Greek.
Nico is joining us. Go ahead, introduce yourself again. You haven't recorded with us since July.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
June. I think June.
Yeah, the listeners will have forgotten.
Wait, who are you?
How could you?
No, it might have been May, man. It's been a while. But
yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself. Plug all of your shows, especially the one that I'm on.
That one in particular. If you
Hello,
will.
everyone. I am Nico, and you just listened to me talk a whole bunch as Nitz and Blip on the Microphones and Monsters recent episodes. And I am originally from A Fool's Quest. I'm the DM there, so it was nice to be a player. And I also DM a second podcast called Ethereal Embrace, and that's the one that Adam got to be a player in. So we kind of got to be players in each other's shows, which has been really, really fun. And you can find all that stuff at afoolsquest.com. You can find Ethereal Embrace there as well. And there's also even some pictures of Adam on my website. If you go there, you can find them. It's like a scavenger hunt to find pictures of Adam. So that's it for me.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming back with us to discuss all of this. Like, I really love this arc. It definitely set up like what other worlds are like, that they're not all like what Darkwell was, or that kind of setting. It definitely threw a curveball for me, like with DMing, because playing in the cyberpunk world with D&D rules is it takes over on its own. Like it's so fast paced. It's a completely different feel than what we were already doing, and I had no control over it. The game just took control.
We are all slaves to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I thought Adam was supposed to be in control.
Wait,
so.
is this a reboot podcast now?
No.
Can it be?
Okay, so welcome to our recap of Reboot.
But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Just it's just a completely different feel playing this game, and yeah,
new setting and very different setting than what we've done before. I think that kind of led to a little bit of the chicanery that happened in this particular guest experience.
Yeah, it was very different. That's a good word that everyone's using, that I will also use. I
mean,
it just was gotten used to normal-ish D&D, and then all of a sudden there were trucks.
Yeah,
There
you were
were
good with normal D&D, so we cranked it to medium.
It's 3D. Dungeons, Dragons, and
Dives.
Dread. Dives. Yeah, dives. Oh, that's a good name for a
Adam
podcast.
brought us to Flavor Town.
I mean, it's so different that it even did something weird to the music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, funny that. It's like we had someone create some awesome music for this or something like that. It's weird.
Well, we didn't have anybody
we-
create any music for it. It was music that I bought.
They created
they
it, but not at our
They
behest.
created it, yeah.
Created it.
They created it for us in advance before we knew it
Mm.
in exchange for money.
Oh, now we're getting to like some prescient stuff.
They created it for us without even knowing who we were.
Exactly.
So Nico, I definitely like threw you in. Like you just pulled up in your van and boom, like all this stuff is happening. Like you're looking for something, it goes off before you can find it, and you run into these guys in a mech suit, very outdated clothes on Victor, and a cat that's on fire, and you didn't even know a lot of this stuff at the time on how they look or what they had.
No, I really didn't. In fact, where you were, so you had recorded more with these gentlemen before I hopped on and before it aired. So I was listening caught up with Microphones and Monsters. But for example, I had no clue that there was going to be a mech suit. And I know y'all had talked about it before, but when we got to that scene and I was just super, super excited, me personally, that was there. So yeah, it was, I was kind of going in dark on a lot of this.
I'm just happy that I tried to do the mech suit justice, and thankfully, like, I didn't roll absolutely terrible attempting to do all the cool stuff, which I'm super thankful for. I was like, oh man, I got this cool, awesome new mech suit. Man, I hope I don't screw up some cool stuff, because it's going to be really disappointing.
Well, yeah, all of you
awesome.
just had really good roles there in that first
Yeah.
fight with the oozes, with the radioactive slimes, and I couldn't radiate y'all or irradiate y'all. Like,
Yeah.
just,
Thankfully,
I
Yeah, we
tried.
would not allow it.
I didn't want that. No.
We remained irradiated.
I made a joke about it before because I don't want to turn into the one dude from RoboCop that falls into the toxic radioactive waste and comes out as the crazy melty man.
face. Yeah,
That's what happens. Or Jason at the end of Jason Takes Manhattan, where
Yes.
the toxic waste floods the sewers of New York at midnight every night.
In the movie.
Well, they were shooting the movie there partially, so I'm sure that they were being accurate.
So they had to do it, so it's authentic.
Yeah.
That
They
was-
went
that
in the
was a-
sewer. They
that was
filmed
a-
the toxic waste.
That was a real radioactive man.
realism.
Yes.
So we recorded like with Nico before I was even thinking. Like because the episode, because we ended in April.
Yeah.
With season 2, so we were recording in March with Nico, like February, March, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
I think at the
was a while
latest
ago.
we might have been like during the Tattered King fight when he recorded with us on this.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I definitely know Julian did not have a mech suit before we started recording.
Yeah, I had like one of the best glow ups to date where I went from crippled to amazing.
Well, technically still crippled, but just crippled and amazing.
These are
Yeah.
details that are not important.
Yeah, but when you were listening, had Victor gotten his raps yet? No, I'm kidding.
You had your reps, but you hadn't
Nico was really behind.
You hadn't gone crazy ninja style with him yet.
Yeah. Julian was just starting to understand what Alistair was saying. But,
So I have a question. I don't know if this has been covered, Nico, but where was your inspiration for knits?
Well, I read through the Technomancer book, and I really just like the idea of the Ranger, and on top of that, having Alistair as a part of the group, me personally just thought it would have been funny to make a character that was allergic to animals. So being able to be a ranger who's allergic to animals and has a drone that was where the foundation was. And then everything after that was just kind of spitballing back and forth with Adam and a little bit of character building and being able to kind of create this person who knows about oozes and stuff and who is very, very good friends with crypt folk because he works with them for his jobs. So just kind of a weird outcast type of person, which just works really, really well as kind of a runner. So, and then being able to have kind of my drone that can hack into things was just a really cool concept. Having a character where I'm not actually the one doing most of the cool abilities. It's actually my drone doing all these cool abilities. I just thought that was such a neat concept for a D&D character.
Mm-hmm. And you're like anti-violence kind of deal too. Like use a gun. It's the last resort kind of thing.
Yep. Like I've got my shotgun, but I don't really use it. Like I don't use it on people or anything. It's really only designed. It's got special bullets that are really only designed to handle oozes or other random monstrosities that come up. But it's very last resort for knits to pull a weapon on another humanoid creature.
Yeah.
But those slimes.
I did like the changing and the different ammunition, because I don't know if you guys had ever seen it, but it reminded me a little bit of Outlaw Star with the caster.
Yes, absolutely.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, so like he has a gun that basically has these specialized bullets, and each bullet is basically a spell, but it's been lost to time to know what exactly the spells do, so they're just numbers. So it's like, all right, give me a number 8, and pulls in a number 8 and fires it, and a giant flame dragon like shoots out and just like burns something up. Or they'll do like a 17, and the 17 is like a giant rubberized goo thing that just like envelops somebody and then like shrinks them into nothing.
Well, I haven't seen it before, but I feel like I need to watch it now.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
Sure.
I like Alistair a lot.
Yeah,
it's animated.
My wife has seen it, but I haven't.
But yeah, I love cool mishmash of like, guns and then like cool fantasy things that are like thrown into it.
Yep. Yeah. And all the spells that I took too, most of them were very defensive spells, like the barricade spell that I pulled up, so that
that was
or
helpful.
the invisible vehicle stuff, like those
That
I
was
took
helpful.
spells that were not destructive, chaotic, blowing up spells.
I love the
parking ticket.
components behind I love the fact that the parking ticket was a spell component. That was super cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that was fun.
The Mario blocks as your
Victor immediately
barricade.
used it to destroy, though. Victor ran the 2 guards over. Listen, they didn't know the truck was coming.
I'm sure that company had a very comprehensive health insurance plan.
And Nitz can't be held responsible for what some maniac with a van does with his spells, okay?
I'm pretty sure if you run over with a truck, you don't need health insurance. You need life insurance.
Definitely on me for recruiting you guys to help me out with this job.
hey, maybe it was serendipitous, and now Liam has a bunch of like cyberized people that have a lot of augmented limbs that he can hang out and associate with.
Right, yeah. I'm helping. Their insurance covers the
It's all the positivity and how you see the things.
It's all in perspective.
Run someone over to cripple them for life, they get a new friend and a new outlook.
Yep. Yeah,
See, it's not about the prosthetic limbs. It's about the friends we made along the way.
Exactly.
And the
there's mech suits. There's
Yes.
also like mech suits and exoskeleton like mech suits and everything readily in this world.
Yes.
Yes. An advancement of like Yog Sonic like medical science. There's just a clinic on every block.
It's a truly great company, Yog Sonic Dynamics.
Yog Sonics, a family company. That's the company quote. Maybe they're also responsible for creating vaccines for some deadly, awful turbo virus in the future.
That they also created.
Yeah, that they
also
created.
It turns people. It stops you from being turned into ooze.
Get this, so you don't turn into this.
Oh man, I back on the bullets. I definitely thought the cryo was a good choice. I don't even think there's anything that like slows down like the ooze or like freezes them, but I thought just it being cryo bullets, I just took the liberty to slow them down and keep them from splitting even. So you actually like your choice of bullets did affect the fight, and y'all ended up fighting less oozes because you did cryo.
Yay.
Yeah. I
think everybody generally likes it whenever you go like off script there, Adam. So, you do you.
Especially if it benefits you, right?
Right, yeah.
Especially if it benefits us. Do more of that, please.
I do remember
like
not
things
rolling
benefit.
super well though in that first combat. Like I felt like I don't remember what was happening, but I do remember that I was in danger for a quick second, and you were looking to do some damage.
Yeah, the oozes were getting awful close.
As of Nits, we still have not had a guest die on any episode.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
Specifically said as of Nits.
Yeah.
I made it somehow.
You did.
We've had a dead guest.
They were already dead. Yeah,
But
we didn't do it, I
wasn't our
swear.
fault
to begin with,
Hey,
so we didn't do it.
That other world doesn't count.
I mean, not going to lie, in a weird meta way, I might have had a hand in that. But
yeah.
otherwise, don't worry about it.
How could you?
Snip.
Go
ahead.
Nits was a very welcome and awesome addition to the team, and the cool job we were going to do. However, Nico, you were dwarfed by the meme that was this campaign, or not this campaign, this arc with the creepy tabaxi shop.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You gotta
How do you
talk like
compete
the
with that?
meme.
You just can't compete with it.
Yes.
Yeah, I like to think that Nits was just on his phone. You saw them like playing around with the hologram outside the shop, and you're like, "Whoa, what?" Like
Tourists.
yeah, tourists. Like,
Yeah.
Nothing they buy in there is going to be useful.
yeah, it's not a useful store. Nobody
Yeah.
shops there.
It's just like one of those lame tourist trap shops.
Who
It's-
needs barrels?
It's like if you go to a beach, it's just like waves, but this is also super waves.
Yeah.
So like Nits didn't get to play around inside the mystery shop, but got to watch us goof around for like however like a
it was
45
a while.
minutes.
It was like half
Yeah.
an hour at least.
like two
it ended up
episodes.
being
Two
yeah, I
episodes
think there was
of just shopping.
We need.
no,
we
I
need
think
to
it
make
was
a
one.
re-
Was it two?
I think
No,
it was
I don't
two.
think so.
Was it? I thought it might have been
shop was
just
pretty
one.
much one episode. The shop was a full episode on its own.
It could have been too the
Mhm.
way we were like cutting, or the way we
Right.
cut it to like talk about all the explanation of stuff.
Yeah,
'Cause I remember
the
we
Yeah,
shot this for a while.
I definitely cut it. So it was probably like a good 45 minutes to an hour
Yeah.
that I cut down to one episode. I thought it was going to bleed over into a second episode, but it didn't. But yeah, Nico got to watch us goof around inside with
like-
that.
We now interrupt this guest shot for a shopping trip.
Yeah.
I mean, in my own group, that's the same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
if I've learned one thing about playing D&D with friends, it's that they love to go shopping with magical fake money. So
I don't
Alistair
have a whole
didn't.
lot of money to spend, so I will spend all the money in my fantasy
Right.
persona.
So after that, I told Nico ahead of time, hey, like you're doing a heist basically, and I gave you some details, and that was it. And then I
Yeah.
kind of
and then nothing happened.
the episode names, I tried to like name them in like parts of a heist kind of deal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
With like putting the team together, then a dreadful approach, the lab, that's where you're actually getting the stuff, and then the chase.
Forget what happens in that part.
I don't know.
I think it had something to do with banking.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know, but we better cut to it quick.
But then and then it ended with Dread Tech Incorporated, because you got recruited. But we'll catch up to that.
Also, can we retcon it that until you got the made your correct alterations to the tie, that since it said DK, that you spoke with a Seth Rogen impersonation?
No.
Topical.
Current. Just imagine Victor like in a deeper bass to your voice and just acting like he's stoned.
Victor doesn't do brain juice, man.
I don't know,
You had the opportunity.
what was your favorite part of the whole arc, Nico?
Man, that's a tough one. I really liked the combat sequences, but just out of I feel like this arc had a lot of like, it was either very comedic and then it jumped to like straight action, like really action packed stuff, and then back to comedy. And I really liked the scene with Path, the truck driver, and with Victor.
I don't know what scene
And
you're
Alistair.
talking about.
And I just, imagined it from being hacked into the security cameras, watching Victor and Alistair in the hallway with this random truck driver dude. And then they disappear into his room and then come out dressed as him. And, yeah, it's that whole section really cracked me up.
I'm now. If I
I
hear
don't
not,
recall what you're talking about. It must have been like a 2-3 minute sequence or something.
if I,
I'm
if
just
I hear a
imagining-
knock if I hear a knock at a door when I am at a hotel and they're telling me to bring towels, you don't open the door. That's what I learned.
They're
See,
like,
I'm
That's a
I
lot
need,
of
imagining like
pressure
an-
on me.
I need to
I
come into
didn't
your
know what to
room and get
do.
your dirty towels. Like,
To be fair,
that's sus.
To be yes, very
That's what
sus.
happens when Victor has to improvise.
To be fair, it could have gotten much worse.
Yeah,
Yes.
fair.
He'll get
He did have a
over it.
gun.
If
Mhm.
Yogg Sonic doesn't kill him, he'll get over it someday. He can't work for me anymore. He doesn't have a truck. Nico and his friends cut it up.
Maybe
Yeah.
he changed his life. Maybe
That's what I'm thinking. He goes to the hospital, get some help, and then he turns his life around and he drives a bus and lives humbly and
And then Yogg
reforms
Sonic
himself.
catches up to him one day and offs him.
Well, Well, he was tied up in the hotel room. He couldn't possibly have stolen the barrels.
He's like,
So-
I'm the victim.
They've
here.
they've got you on camera as him.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Which camera?
I forgot about that detail. All the cameras there.
All the cameras and the security clearance and the check-in.
I thought that Blip turned them off.
So what you're saying is
Before
this
we
sounds
went
like
in.
an unresolved inquiry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
You actually got through before like Blip like eliminated all like everything.
Yeah, but
don't even
but
think
Path
that-
can
that-
say they tied me up and stole my flesh. Here, look. Oh wait, the evidence is gone.
They stole my flesh,
He
but I have
healed
it
me.
back.
We're gonna need some NPC follow-up here, Adam. from a
They
Victor did not
skinned him.
anticipate
Yeah, I don't
having
think
to
this
do
is.
that.
I don't think this is the last we'll have seen of Path. If I'm gonna hazard a guess.
Huh.
It's like they
hope
broke
it-
my
I hope
elbow
for his
and
sake it's the
cut a
last we've
chunk
seen
of
of
flesh out of my leg.
You may have inadvertently created a big bad in a new story.
Well, good.
with a trucker hat.
Well, we haven't recorded
my
the
gosh.
finale for the spin-off series yet.
Oh my gosh!
Um,
now,
What?
now I'm,
There's a spin-off series? What?
I'm
What?
thinking about it. Like he's got like scar tissue, and he's got a bunch of tattoos, and he's bulked out, and he stopped eating junk food, and he's got a bunch of piercings and stuff, and he's called Warpath.
And then he
And
becomes
that-
a toxic Avenger.
Yes, and that sounds like the coolest thing ever right now.
I just
All
didn't know
right.
what to do. It was very confusing having to deal with that situation. Like, what are you going to do? You're like, calm down, Mr. Man. And he pulls his gun out. Like, you've just sealed your fate. It
Well, we
could have
s-
been fine.
We sent the nicest person in our group to essentially shake down somebody for information. Like if we
And he
really
did.
all thought about it, we would be like, "This is a bad idea."
I mean, he was nice doing it, like because
Yeah.
it was starting at the
Very
beginning of the
sorry.
month. Victor,
Please.
Victor, chokes him out, and is like, "Are you gonna cooperate?" Like expecting him to respond, and, and then he lets him go. After Alistair breaks the dude's elbow.
Oh, I forgot about that.
With an Eldritch Blast.
Maybe we should think of it this way. This was all just a part of Victor trying to prevent Alistair from actually getting this guy to cooperate. Because that would have
It's
gone
true.
a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Victor was doing everything possible to keep this guy safe while getting done what needed to be done.
While taking a bite out of him.
Yeah.
He didn't take a bite. He carefully shaved off flesh in the least painful way he could possibly do it, and then healed
While
it up immediately.
apologizing the whole time.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm very sorry, Mr.
It's like-
Path.
it's like
I
how-
need your leg flesh.
It
Give
was done with the professionalism and grace as like if a dermatologist was trying to remove a mole.
Ugh.
Yeah, maybe I should have asked him if he had any things that he needed removed.
You got any
It's like-
growths on you?
And in all honesty,
I
as,
just
as
need
bad
like
as it
6 or
was,
7 skin tags. You probably have a lot you said about all day. Eat your food.
Oh,
but like
man.
in all honesty, as bad as it was with what Victor did, like if Alistair had handled it, the word defenestration comes to mind.
Oh no.
I have to look that word up. I don't know.
Is this
It
enough
means getting
skin?
punted out a window.
Oh, okay.
What if we do the Garfield gets chucked out of a window, but it's Alistair chucking other characters out of the window panel.
Oh, yes.
And then
So
it's just
going to the heist, that was a very interesting exchange. Because like the way I had played it out in my head, it was just like, oh, this is gonna be like a combination of the Italian Job meets Ocean's 11 -7. And it didn't really play out that way.
No.
No.
Mostly because of me.
You know, that scene where George Clooney gets like all like angsty about his past self and finds somebody that reminds of himself, so he beats him to death. Yeah.
So George Clooney would beat and torture, kill. Who was the bad guy in the first Ocean's 11?
I didn't see it.
It's been a long time.
Hold on. Was it Al Pacino?
Maybe.
No,
I think it was Al Pacino.
I thought it was
No,
like
it
a
wasn't Al
rich
Pacino.
casino. It was a younger guy, like a rich casino manager.
I know
It's
Al
been a
Pacino
long
was
time
in
since I've
one of
watched it.
them. I just can't remember who it is. Hold on. I'm doing IMDb live on the podcast.
Gasp.
I want to say
Live fact checking.
when I watched Ocean's 11 was when it came out.
That's when I watched it.
I've probably seen it once since then, but like pretty close to then.
Oh my god, it doesn't even show who the heck these people are. It was definitely
Oh, yeah. He did disable the security cameras. Okay.
I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of how I
But the last thing
Thought
the
about
security cameras saw was Nitz pulling up in a van. Oh, yeah, you missed it, Victor. He did disable the security
Steven.
cameras, but
My name's Steven, not Victor.
No, you're not.
you're your character now.
Step away for one moment. I apologize.
But the last thing that the security cameras saw before they got cut off was Path driving up in a van.
Oh, good. Good for Path. He's tied up in the
So
hotel
good for
room.
him.
Yeah.
How are they going to accuse him of anything? Yeah, the cleaning lady found him. He calls his boss immediately. Hey, someone tied me up and cut me. You know,
Like
And then they look at his leg and it's all better.
he healed
Call
me.
Pat.
He gave me a potion.
Steven, how excited were you when we did the barrel? The first first barrel. The first of
The
many
first
barrels.
barrel. Yeah. Well, I mean, when I was buying the tie, like, you know, like I looked at the description and I was like, I have to get this because, you know, variety. Everyone else has other things they can do. I have monk stuff, I have my wraps, but this is crazy. And if Adam's going to give this to me and make it obvious that it's for me, I'm going to take it. And with the door, you know, I was like, okay, there are guys on the other side of the door. I need to stop them from being on the other side of the door. And so I figured we're dealing with barrels anyway. If I don't throw it, if I don't hurt it, it won't do anything. I may as well. I pull the barrel out, corrosive fluid. That's perfect. I'll just throw it and it'll fall in front of the door. When they come through the door, it'll hurt them. But then the door broke.
What I think
and everyone else had to.
What I think is amazing is that you got the tie before I told you guys what the job was, that we were going to be stealing these barrels. Like, you had no idea.
Perfect.
Yeah, you got the tie.
Like barrels.
Yeah, like right
Barrels,
before I
yeah.
told you.
And
Yeah,
how
so-
fortuitous was that?
That was very convenient because we got 14 barrels at $1 billion apiece or whatever it was.
Because you could carry one barrel as Victor.
Yeah,
Like at a time, yeah.
yeah, like
carrying it over your
we
head
were
the
looking
whole
up
time.
how much they weighed. It was like 480 pounds or something like that.
Yeah,
Victor
it was
just
ridiculous.
lifts it up like Donkey Kong. Boom, it's above his head. He just walks over and puts it on the truck.
Beat your chest a couple times.
Like it was too heavy for a bag of holding, even.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and so that was pretty cool. But the ability to pull them out, and then when we were leaving, and I got like the monkey barrel, I'm like, well, if we need this lab destroyed and we don't have the time to do it ourselves, I bet a barrel of monkeys can take care of it.
Oh man, so funny.
Boy,
I
did
thought
they.
like if it was corrosive fluid, yeah, sure, that'll destroy the lab, or if it's something else, that'll work. But I may as well do it. We're about to get in the truck. I don't think I can throw a barrel out of a truck. So,
But see, corrosive barrel destroys lab, doesn't make headlines. Crazed monkeys ruining lab, threatening lives. Now that is a zinger.
Oh, it makes
Take that,
headlines,
Yog
all right.
Sonic Dynamics.
Especially in a futuristic city where there are no animals like that
No.
around the city.
Yeah.
They're not there.
Right.
All of a sudden, a barrel of monkeys show up.
Yep. Somebody's got to get blamed for smuggling monkeys into the city.
Oh, not the monkey racket.
Underground monkey dealers.
So yeah, the tie was very useful.
God, I love
the-
it.
I mean,
the
I guess
tie
you could
was
say
like
there's
the
a whole monkey
linchpin.
business.
Yeah, it's a monkey business.
Yeah,
No,
Victor
that's
used the crap out of that tie.
that's high. That's you know what?
The tie got the fire extinguisher into the windshield of a helicopter
God.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool.
That was really cool.
Adam wouldn't put anything in the cab. He's like, "Oh, there's a a little dashboard hula mech or something."
All right, all right.
That won't hurt anything.
Well,
Oh, there's a
that's
cup.
cool though. It was a pink mech, or no, it was a mech with a pink hula skirt, or was it a pink mech with a hula skirt? Yeah, with a bobble body.
But that
Yeah.
wouldn't damage a helicopter.
But you,
So I just had to look at what I
No.
had in my inventory, and that was the bulkiest thing I could find that could feasibly be thrown.
you threw a fire extinguisher from a moving truck and hit a helicopter that is also moving quite effectively
Yeah.
While driving the truck.
while driving said truck.
I looked out of the window of the truck. I leaned out of the
You didn't even have a mirror. You
That
didn't even
is
have a
the
mirror
coolest
to
shit
aim.
ever.
I didn't have. Well, the way I figured is that Victor was holding onto the steering wheel, turned outside
looking out.
of the window,
Oh, okay.
looked up, and chucked the fire extinguisher up the helicopter.
I was imagining it was like you
with
were
his monkey powers.
like if you were someone who was drinking and littering on the side of the road, you just kind of like lean down, just go meh, and like no look toss.
Yeah, because I was seriously, I was eyeing my ninja stars, and I was like, "Ooh, ninja stars! How far away is the helicopter? I can use these." And he's like, "It's this far away," and I was like, "I can't hit that with ninja stars." But I can hit it with literally anything else. So be it.
But I think you rolled a 21 or something like that, and I was just
Yeah.
like, it's gonna just the surface area, like the speed, everything involved. It just embeds into the window. It doesn't go fully through, but embeds it, and then
And then Nico shot it.
That was yes.
Or Nitz shot it.
Yeah.
See, you do it too.
All the while, your GPS is shouting at you to do
Oh,
different random directions.
in a legally distinct Mr. T voice.
I was going for like Mr. T plus the mail, motherfucker.
Yeah, from
Like
Euro Trip.
from Euro Trip. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I gathered. It was really good.
Yeah,
And
we
then
didn't have a voice actor for the Yog Sonic AI, so Path paid for the upgraded voice package.
Yeah.
He didn't pay enough to get rid of the ads.
Yeah, he didn't get rid of the ads. Yeah.
I'm always
He paid like the
weary.
low tier.
I'm always weary of vehicle combat because it can go either way.
I remember the Christmas
Mm.
shot too. I'm gonna get in the helicopter and be completely ineffective.
Hey, that's just when our characters are playing with vehicle combat.
Oh yeah, our
Yes.
characters don't know how to play games at all. We're much better.
I thought I was gonna be like Neo right at the end of the Matrix with the minigun mowing everybody down. I didn't do anything. Spoilers for the Christmas special.
In case you didn't listen to it.
In case you have not
know,
listened to it yet. Helicopter
like
combat
9 months ago.
not as cool as you think. But using the cat cannon that was me holding Alistair firing
That was-
Eldritch blasts.
That was great.
That was fun on Discord. The
Everyone
meme
loved that.
or
That
the
was
gifs and
great.
everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how many exist of that exact thing.
I
too.
know,
right.
And I knew nothing of this. That was all. I was like, oh, that don't seem like a cool idea. Why not?
Why not?
And then I guess the big bad of the arc, because it wasn't a helicopter. I thought it was going to be the helicopter. The helicopter was menacing as all could be, even though it did have a chain gun that did not fire chains. Which I still love that dumb joke.
Well, every time we finished combat, we thought we were done, and then it turns
Yes.
Uh,
out we weren't done.
But yes, because
That was intentional. It was intentional. I wanted y'all to think you were safe.
I thought the
and then,
scientist
oh,
was
but
the
wait,
big bad.
there's more.
Yeah, but
It's like, yay, combat's
gang,
over.
Then
We-
helicopter.
We exploded
It wasn't a
the
motorcycle
helicopter and
gang.
It was.
The
They
guy
weren't a
was
gang.
totally
They were
Yoxonic.
Yoxonic agents.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a gang of them, like together. They weren't gang affiliated, or maybe
They were
did.
a squad.
I don't know
Okay.
what they
They're
do. when
corporate affiliated.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe they're in a gang when they're off the clock. After 5 is gang time. 9 to 5 strict corporate. 6:30, maybe 7 after you get a little dinner. That's gang time.
It's like, all right, we defeated all your motorcycle guys, and Adam's like, yes, and
No.
Well, we blowed up your helicopter.
Congratulations, you took out the ads, and then you took out the fake boss. Now is the real boss.
It's like, okay, you took him out, but did I?
Yeah, I ran him over with a truck. It went bump, bump,
Yeah.
bump, 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 bump.
But then he
just crunched under every
then
wheel.
he got up.
then he literally did the Terminator.
Yeah.
in his chest, and he kept just strolling towards us.
Yeah.
I foreshadowed with my joke about the oozes with the T2 like
You did.
coming back together with the fire.
Like, and that is the coolest, like the imagery of like we just threw our best to kick his shit in, and they just slowly walk and just like, oh, that is the coolest thing ever. We're all gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Nitz
But at least
nails
it looks
him
cool.
with a shot with
Yes.
his turret, and like it just catches a lot of the mangled mechanical stuff and just rips it out of the back of him, and he's got this hole in him, but then he just starts running. Starts walking and then running.
And like
You're like,
not
go, go, go.
Oh, this is after he was like doing some sort of crazy shock'em thing on us in the
Oh,
truck.
Yeah, and before
And
that,
Alistair,
he was like,
Alistair rewinded it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what shocky thing? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that never happened. Yeah. Alistair rewinded it, and it put the windshield back together and everything. Yeah.
That's helpful.
we need a new meme of every time you use your power, you just throw up the Jonathan Frakes. Not this time. It didn't happen. We made it up.
It's a
Like,
total
I
fabrication.
was thinking actually maybe more like Peter Griffin. Mulligan. Dan, Mulligan.
That's good. That's good too.
I need Jonathan Frakes to narrate my life.
Oh please. Actually, no. It's a tie between Jonathan Frakes or Bruce Campbell.
I don't know. I'm good with
I
the
think
Mr.
I'd go
T
Frakes.
impression narrating my
That's
life.
good too.
I think I'm kind of partial to Bruce Campbell since you brought it up.
Yeah.
Speaking of, can we get him on?
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, Bruce
Probably
Campbell.
not.
That'd be
He's going to like a Halloween convention thing, I think, in Tennessee in November or something.
Oh, there we go. Let's pack our
Yeah.
bags.
Oh man.
We've
Let's
already
go
done
accost
one
him
horror
until he
convention.
decides to join us.
I don't think I could stop actually fanboying over him to like make a coherent thought to be like, you want to be on our podcast? Be like, dude, you're literally the coolest motherfucker ever.
Are you gonna be like,
Yeah,
hey,
but then
can you
he
still
would
do the
just
shirt
say
flip?
No,
Do the shirt
in the
flip.
coolest way possible.
I know, but I couldn't be mad about it. That's the thing.
Why would I want to be on your stupid podcast?
Just be like, yeah, you're right, man. You're still so freaking cool.
I mean,
Although we almost
it could
had,
always be like
on the
Meatloaf.
podcast.
Oh, do we want to? Okay, do we
Oh,
want to
God.
talk about? Do we want to talk
We'll,
about?
we'll
that?
talk about that after we finish like the
okay.
recapping.
We've gotta talk
Okay,
about that.
okay. Stay tuned for the Meatloaf story.
Oh my god.
It's better than it sounds.
Oh boy, is it. So we destroy Liam. Liam is gone forever, right?
I don't think that's what happened.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, sure. He's totally 100% gone. A wink.
A wink.
We also, well, I know who is gone. Who we forgot to mention was all those people in the hallway.
Who?
They're gone. In the hallway, in the lab.
Who?
They're gone,
Where-
never to be seen
where we
again.
Oh,
stopped
yeah,
them
I
from
was like-
entering.
They were mangled
He
by
had who
monkeys
knows
in their
how
own
many guards
explosions.
with rocket launchers on the other side of that door, and we stopped them with acid barrel, moonbeam, and the spectral barrier. I think it was called.
Yeah, the barricade
Structural-
wall.
Barricade,
Yeah.
which reflects or which ricochets bullets.
Yeah, and they had grenade launchers, right?
They had a rocket launcher. They had automatic weapons. They also had a grenade, and one of them threw a grenade, and it ricocheted the shrapnel.
They're probably disintegrated, out of sight, out of mind. Maybe the monkeys were like cannibal monkeys and just
Well,
cleaned
I mean,
up.
the acid
I'm sure they
was,
did.
was gone within 10 or 20 minutes or so, and the moonbeam was gone, and the little barrier were gone. So
Yeah,
the
between-
monkeys would have had full reign of those guys.
Yeah, between
if
the
there was anything
acid,
left.
barrier, moonbeam, and monkeys, there's got to be like nothing discernible but who, what, or why anything happened in that particular spot.
Exactly the way we wanted it.
Exactly.
Stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. So we get away scot-free with zero consequences whatsoever, just as every heist should be.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No
I
casualties.
mean, they didn't even notice us get away.
Yeah.
Totally
Mhm.
smooth.
You met up with Barrage and Crash.
I love those cool names. Those names are really cool.
Mhm.
This
Yeah.
this world's Barum and Chandira.
They're
Yeah.
really cool. I mean, he even got an attitude, just like my Barum. Like it did felt. It felt like I was
Your
right at home.
That's where my notes end because I forgot we were doing the episode after this on the Morons.
There's
And
only
then-
one more
Sorry about that.
episode though.
Mhm.
I know,
Oh.
but I forgot to
And then
recap that
Nico
one.
and I have what essentially is a love story talking about
Uh,
how
A
we were going to
bromance.
Yeah.
bromance.
Yep.
About how we're going to deck out this van and make it the coolest thing on four wheels.
Yeah.
And you do it.
And I do it.
A
Yep.
joke comment
Yeah.
that I made turned into a real comment.
Yes. A tie-dye
I
dragon
muttered
with
that in
flames.
jest. And then Nico grabbed it in character and made it real.
I pulled up, I put up that because in Archer, Krieger gets a van at one point in the show and he keeps painting it different things. Like he keeps it specifically keeps painting it different variations of Rush albums.
Yes.
That's exactly what I was thinking about when we did that whole discourse. It's like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. It was good.
Mm.
I did like the friendship, the like instant friendship between Julian and Nitz. It was like,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Plus, you made him a robot cat.
I did make a robot cat.
So now we can bring that back
Yeah,
to
and-
Evangeline
yeah, and
because she
then
asked for it.
And then I figure out what that's for later, and I'm immediately disappointed. But that's for another episode.
Yeah, I don't know what that's for. That's beyond me.
Neither did I until it happened, and then all of the dots kind of came together, and then
it took
everyone
you that
gave
long?
me
Like,
Oh.
everyone gave me a dumb look. I'm like, what else would it be for? I'd be like, if I
Yep.
knew this, I wouldn't have gone through with it.
Yeah. I think Victor already knew.
Yeah, Victor knew, but he didn't say anything.
When that comes,
I was
Julian wouldn't have done it if he told him.
blinded by the science, my hubris.
You can make that. That is a thing.
A superior kind of cat, one you can control.
Speaking of cats,
And then
it was really difficult not talking to Alistair.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Isn't it though?
it is.
I have that kind of effect on people.
I tried really hard. I think there was once or twice where I slipped up, but I tried really hard to just remind myself to ignore everything that Richard said. But it was the quips. It's the quick quips in the middle of conversations. Like when he was just talking back and forth with everybody, it was easy to remember, like, okay, I ignore this. But the little like one-off quick quips that I wanted to respond to, I'm like, damn it.
Right.
yeah, it's very tough. Richard gets a sick pleasure from it.
Yeah.
I do. I will admit that.
I could say so many heinous things, and it's all just meow, meow, meow to you.
Exactly.
It's one thing I was
It's like,
thankful for is that Victor never like completely misunderstood Alistair. Like even when he didn't know exactly what he was saying, he knew most of it. And that was very helpful for me because I didn't have to remember in character to not respond to Alistair.
But yeah, Alistair doesn't even mind giving away all the secrets in the world because nobody can understand.
So many times he's just saying things that's just giving things away, and they're like, "Don't find him. He's just talking."
Yeah.
Little guy's hungry. Can he have a fish?
He's very talkative today. Also,
All the while,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, all the while you're just hoping that they don't have like tongues or like a hat of like comprehend languages or something.
Yeah.
That hasn't come to bite us yet, unless it has, and Adam just never let us know about it. So
Right.
It just
also-
reminds me of
good.
oh, when my cat walks in the room and goes meow, meow, meow. And I just get irritated that I can't understand what she's saying. Although I do know what she's saying. She's saying, I want to play with an ice cube. And then I go get her an ice cube and then she has a ball. That's
See, you're learning.
Yeah, you're learning. Yeah.
yes. I am a slave to the cat. You were saying that.
Now, and then after a couple years, you'll understand it perfectly.
Yep.
I hope not.
Soon you'll be having like conversations with the animals.
I already tell her no all the time. She, meow. It's like, what do you want?
Maybe
meow.
that's-
No, you can't have an ice cube.
Maybe
meow.
that's what we need to do. Have we told Alistair no yet? Like explicitly no?
I feel
I'm
like you
scared
probably
to.
have.
Have you seen the laser beams?
Julian has
Seen them,
definitely
I've
said
used
no to
them.
Alistair.
He can reverse time. He'll just keep asking you over and over until you say yes. It's like the end of Doctor Strange.
Julian, I've come to make a bargain.
I'm pretty sure Julian has said no. Victor has been so upset that he's just like, "Shut up, Alistair."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Stop it.
Which somehow makes me even happier when people get to that point where they're just, no, shut up.
Don't torture poor Victor. It's so
Yeah.
rude.
Yeah. Only Adam's allowed to do that. Here's all your worst memories. Go. That was Victor yelling at Adam in the tower.
Is this what you want?
Yeah, is this what you want? You want me to eat my mom?
This is very meta. Adam is the beast, and Victor was yelling directly at him.
And that's the long and maybe possibly short, the medium of the arc.
Yeah.
Well, there is a little bit more. Y'all did get some money. Victor learned how to make drugs.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I forgot about that.
Victor talked with Vic, no relation. Not sure how Vic didn't realize what was going on, but maybe he was just high. I don't know.
I forgot an important thing. I found components, parts or whatever, technology that eventually I can incorporate the lightning gun with the suit.
Yes. You worked
Attach
with Chandira or Crash, not Chandira.
Have your shoulder
Crash.
cannon or shoulder cannon finally.
Shoulder cannon lightning gun, and absolutely find out how just absolutely fuckbusted that can become with the mech suit powering it. Tune in.
You think you've seen everything that tie can do?
Oh god, the tie gets insane. The tie is fucked.
This is
I'm pretty sure in some ways Adam regrets the tie.
These magic items.
I do
I don't
not.
think he regrets it one bit.
I regret it none at all.
Good.
I don't regret a single thing about the tie. I am a fan of wild magic. I like having fun as the DM with wild magic. So
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And again, I'm glad that Victor has some sort of magic thing he can do. I mean, like he's got the symbiote, but it feels more practical still. You know, like all the rap symbiote thing. You know, it's still always
It's more controlled.
It's more controlled. It's not magical in that way. And so I like that Victor got something that was kind of magical. Just because he felt left out. Everyone else can shoot laser beams and, make magic spells happen.
And I don't really throw a lot of creatures at you that cast magic that you can eat and steal spells from, because you do have that ability to be able to eat people and steal their magic spells.
Yeah. Well, you don't throw a lot of creatures at me that I can eat. It's like, oh, here, fight this dude.
Or that you want to eat.
I bit one time and regretted it. I don't know if I'm going to do it again.
Do you have to take?
I haven't gotten a chance to swim yet, though. So, I mean, I can swim almost as fast as I can run, I think, or faster. Which is neat.
But you made a lot of money.
Yep.
Yes.
You bought some more stuff, I think. I don't know if you bought more stuff
Victor
at the end of that or if it's at the next
That's
episode.
right. You reloaded on fire extinguishers.
I reloaded the fire extinguisher. I bought
Went back and
the cooking spot.
purchased the cooking spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
you
'cause
got
it
the
seemed
cooking
useful,
spot,
but
yeah.
it was a little expensive. But then his pockets overfloweth. So
Yeah, exactly.
And you recruited Nitz into the organization.
Yeah, cool little
Yes, we
epilogue
did.
there with Nitz in the organization.
Yep.
welcome.
Thank
to
you.
The family.
Nitz got to meet Manrose for the first time.
How was that?
It's always fun when people meet Manrose.
Oh, I love Manrose. I absolutely love Manrose.
This is the first time a guest has met Manrose.
It's
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
The only guest that has met Manrose.
It makes you
Yeah.
wonder how Baby would have
Yeah.
interacted with Manrose.
Manrose just hated Baby.
Yeah, they would have fought to the death.
Manrose would have just been done with it and sent him back home through the elevator.
I would have loved to see the interaction between Skylar and Manrose. I think that would have been cool.
That would have been heartwarming.
Yeah.
Or something crazy like if you put two gods together in a small space and see what happens.
Yeah.
Like,
What are you talking
I'm more
about? He's just
interested
the
to know
elevator
what
operator.
Skylar would see when looking at Manrose.
What is your theory on, like,
does
obviously
Manrose
they
taste
think
like?
Manrose is a god. What is
Yeah.
your theory on Manrose, Nico? What is Manrose?
I don't think Manrose is a god. I never said that.
well, Max did.
I did.
Yeah. No, I've always thought that Manrose was maybe like the like creator of all of not Dread Tech. Now I'm out of now I can't even remember the name of the organization with all the people.
The DDA.
The DDA.
Yeah, thank you. I just keep wanting to say Dread Tech. Yeah, of the DDA.
For some reason.
Yeah, and I think he created it from the ground up and is eternal and controls all of the things, and he like moves chess pieces around like a little demigod, making like one of those. He can't directly get involved, but he can manipulate things to be involved. So yeah, that's my theory.
So a Sith Lord is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, there you go.
The
can be
the ultimate
theory-
joke.
My theory is that Adam doesn't know, and he's just going to steal all our ideas. That's my
Hey, that
theory.
works.
That's okay.
The ultimate
My ideas are awesome.
Yeah.
So do it.
the
cool
ultimate
idea.
joke would be he really is just literally an elevator operator, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like there's no secret, there's no crazy thing about him. He goes home, he sleeps, he comes back to the office and works in the elevator.
Yeah.
Two ideas. One, it's that, but he has like terrible imposter syndrome. that like he wants to put on like this, very subtle aura of he is like more powerful than anything else, and then as soon as the doors close, he just like leans up against the wall and just kind of like slinks down. It's like, oh, what have I got myself into?
This has gone
He
too
was
far.
just as surprised as you when you reached into the portal and all of a sudden he could like see you and like help you out, and he's like, wait, I read this in the library one time. Reverse the polarity. He was watching Star Trek and,
Yes.
and reverse the polarity in the portal, and then and it just happened to work.
Well, I will say this, because a lot of the story is definitely like I come up with it along the way. Like I have like an end game in mind throughout the entire thing. I had an end game for each season kind of deal, and it just keeps going, and I keep coming up with more stuff. But I knew what Manrose was. We started recording in January 2020, and I knew what Manrose was in March 2020.
So everybody count on your fingers how many sessions we could have had and try and figure out what episode that would be.
Manrose,
There are clues out there, people. Clues.
Manrose, Grandmaster of the DDA, the Keeper of the Silver Key, he who goes up, he who goes down. Long may he reign. All right. Shall we have a brief moment to talk about current events?
We just went to Bad Monster Expo at the beginning of this month, September 3rd through 5th. And
that was
first of all, I want to thank
Yes.
the fans that came out. Like,
oh, totally.
that was amazing. Like being able to talk with y'all, just like
In
you talking
person.
about your favorite moments, like talking about the newest episode, like, oh, this is the best episode so far. I thought last episode was the best episode, and then this episode's the best episode, and it was just really cool. And like talking about theories on characters and stuff like that. It was definitely, I don't think I could ever get used to that. I really enjoyed it, and I'm not used to that. I'm like,
Attention from people you haven't actually met yet.
yeah.
yeah.
I really liked it, and I look forward to doing more of that in the future, and hopefully traveling across the country and being able to see fans from all over the place. Maybe Michigan next.
Ooh.
And while we're at it, like we'd also like to thank any of the folks who'd never heard of us that talked to
Oh
us for
my
a
God.
while.
Yes.
And,
Oh my God.
yeah,
And,
totally.
and any of you that are hearing this right now, like you stuck with it, you got here, you did it.
You did it.
Congratulations. Here are
Yes,
your
thank you
thanks.
so
Good
much.
job.
Thanks for stopping as like we verbally assaulted you from our
Yes.
table.
Hey, do you like podcasts?
I think
Oh,
we
you
can still
don't?
do the-
You want to start?
do the pitch. Yeah.
That was my pitch. I love that. That's the best pitch ever. We met
It worked.
so many new and different people. We had some people come over there. We had a nice conversation, talked about the podcast, the convention, stuff like that. We had some people buy t-shirts for a podcast that they are so excited about and have not listened to an episode yet. That
Yeah.
was crazy.
Thank
That's
you.
mind-blowing.
If you have listened to the show at this point and you hate it, we are so sorry.
I'm only a little sorry.
I'm not.
If you hate it and you've
Promise
listened this
we're
far,
trying to
thank you.
persuade you.
Thank you for continuing to listen to us, even though you hate
Yeah,
it
they're like
so much.
140 episodes in now and hating every episode.
I mean, it's got to get better one of these times, right?
Right?
Yeah, they said it
gonna-
was good.
I'm just gonna listen to this till the end, and right at the end, I'm really gonna let them have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave them the worst
The worst
review.
review.
At episode
No stars.
273 is when it really started to pick up because it ended. Nah,
We gotta slog through all that junk beforehand.
Okay, so now whatever happens, we have to end this on 273, right?
Yeah.
it will never end.
Once Alistair ascends into a god being, that's when the series really takes off, you know. when he becomes Toolsha and starts destroying worlds with his Eldritch Blast.
The meow heard
And then
across
he
the
rewinds and
cosmos.
destroys it again because he finds it amusing.
Well, you know, it's kind of like playing with yarn. Time in this case is the yarn.
Don't. No,
I really don't want
I don't
Alistair
like
to be a
that.
god
I don't
now.
like that at all. We're going to have a talk on Saturday about that. One thing I did want to say is for any of our fellow podcasters, actual players, this was a eye-opening experience. If you have the opportunity for any kind of local conventions or any kind of meetups or whatever, go out and do it. It is a lot of fun. It is so much
Lot of fun.
Yeah. Take stickers, take pins.
oh
People
my
love
gosh.
stickers, pins.
We gave
People
away
love the
so
word
much
free.
stuff.
We gave away all of our
We
stuff.
ran out.
All of it. Every
Yeah.
bit. Ran out
I
of
had to
every
take
bit
a
of
sticker
stuff.
before we ran out to make sure I got one.
We were signing postcards at the end,
We were just
like
writing our
putting the
website on
website
down real
postcards.
quick on the postcard and giving it out.
Because it wasn't printed on there.
No,
Oops.
lessons learned.
In retrospect.
But
we
the-
know now.
But
Watchbugsdie.com.
what?
Yes, exactly.
But
I think that's going to be in every Morons.
yeah, it has to be.
It is now.
I've been looking at the price of Bug Zapper.
But go to these conventions because little stories can happen and you will remember these stories forever. The one that I will remember from this particular convention is the one that Richard and I experienced firsthand.
I was there too, wasn't I?
Yeah, Stephen
I
was
was
there.
sitting
there.
Adam was the only one that was
I
away
wasn't
Adam was
there.
gone.
I-
Yeah,
I was in the
leave
bathroom,
me
yeah.
out of it.
Yeah, you came back because you were at the table when he. Okay, so
Yes.
a elderly gentleman he was wearing like a checkered. Was it checkered?
Yeah.
It was like a button-up shirt with some kind of patterning on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was a pattern. And this was like towards the end of the day on Sunday, the
Mm-hmm.
last day of the convention.
Kind of, I want to say shambles. I'm not going to say limp shambles.
He had this. He had this like determined look in his eye.
It
Yes,
was- it
he
was
was
a
focused, but he
determined-
was scattered.
determined
at the same
shamble
time.
gait up to the table, and he did not speak with us. He commanded at us,
That's pretty accurate.
wanting to know. I don't know if I could do the impression as justice. Like, do you guys have any masks?
No, it was
I
where's
think it
where's
was-
the booth with all the masks
Yes,
at
yeah,
it?
yeah,
The
yeah.
ones with this
Yeah.
and he described something.
Like paper masks, I think, as he said.
yeah,
And
something like
yeah,
that.
he described them as some kind of paper mask with some kind of rubber piece on top or something. But yeah, like literally when he came up asking about the masks, like the words that I said to him were, "What kind of masks?" I mean, this is a convention for horror. Like, there's a booth like behind us that's like all like Jason hockey masks with all kinds of different patterns and everything. There's a booth in front of us that's selling like Michael Myers masks of all kinds of varieties. Like, I mean, there's no limit to like the kinds and types of masks that are being sold here. Like, we need some kind of description.
So, a couple things. This man looked terrifying.
Yes.
Just he was terrifying.
Maybe just a
like an
slight
angry
hint
bird.
of crazed.
Yes. Yeah. Crazed is a good word. Crazed is a very good word. So I just like
He's
point
like
a
hunched
direction.
over too.
Yes. I point him over to like one direction. Like they have masks like over there, and like he like kind of says thank you and just books it like he is a man on a mission.
And just proceeds to do a whole lap like around the entire convention, like at a pretty quickened pace. But like as we're watching, it's like as we're watching him just going around and everything. Like I like looked at Max and I'm just like, was that Meatloaf?
So me try reading me probably like, no, there's no way that's Meatloaf. Meatloaf is a little larger.
We deliberated for about 15-20 seconds, and I was like, I'm gonna go check his table to see if he's there. And so I walk over to the other side of the room, and he's nowhere to be found. There's no one sitting at the Meatloaf table with the little Meatloaf sign behind it. And so I turned to, the vendor that was like behind him that drew these really cool detailed drawings, and I was like, excuse me, what kind of shirt is Meatloaf wearing today? and he described the shirt of the crazed man, and I was like, okay, he just came by our table and asked us a question. And then I went back over to Max and Richard after a couple minutes because I had a nice conversation with that guy, and I was like, it was him. That was Meatloaf. Meatloaf verbally attacked us and ran away.
And forever, the first words that I've ever said to Meatloaf will be, "What kind of mask?"
Oh, that was an amazing and terrifying experience. And then we like half joked about it, just like we should talk to him and see if we'll get on the podcast. Like, I don't want him anywhere near us.
I don't know if he would have been that good of a guest.
No.
I think Nico was probably a better choice.
I think Nico was far better a guest than Meatloaf could ever be.
I mean, if Meatloaf happens
Put that on
to
my
be
resume.
Yes.
So I'm gonna just say, like, this is just an open challenge out there, okay, Meatloaf?
Yeah.
Like, if you really think that you're better than Nico here, come prove us wrong.
Yes.
Bring your mask too.
Bring your mask. I need
we
to know
don't
what
give them
kind of
out.
mask this was. I need to
Also,
see it.
Yes.
Any other celebrities we may have interacted with, feel free to message us and come on the podcast, even
Looking
if
your
you
way,
were
Matt.
completely disinterested in it at the time.
You know who you are, Matthew.
Matthew
You know
Lillard.
you are, Matthew.
We love you, but
He
we
took our
understand
sticker
why
and
you
put
were
it in
you were
his
put off.
pocket.
I missed that. I was so pissed. So that happened on Friday when I was working. And they got
I told
Matt
him his
at the table.
$600. I told him his $600 D&D box was too expensive.
Yeah, but if you guys play it, like for 6 months, like
But if
once
you-
a week, and
if you
everyone
pitch
pitches
in
in
6 people,
it's like $5 a person or something.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like technically that makes sense, but it's
It's
still
like $5 a person per session per like forever.
Or
But, you know.
you could bring it to our podcast for free. And
Yeah.
get free
Yeah.
advertising.
You
And-
give
and-
that to
and
us,
then-
we'll
and
start
then
a new
we can-
podcast and call it.
Yeah, exactly. We
Matthew
can
Lillard's
spread the
Box
word,
Podcast,
let other
sponsored
people
by
know
Matthew
about it.
Lillard.
Uh-huh. Matt, that's
Convince
free.
other people to buy it, and we can split profits 50-50. How's that sound?
Matt,
Adam's
it's-
going to have to
it's-
cut all this out so Matthew Lillard doesn't secretly hate him if
It's
he finds
free
out.
real estate.
No more Matthew Lillard about this.
No. You know what?
Matthew, if
You
you're
know
listening,
what?
we're so
I am-
sorry.
I'm not.
I am okay with a feud with Matthew Lillard.
Oh, God.
I can deal with that.
I don't want to feud with that man. He would destroy us.
I actually bought.
send Skeet after
I
us.
bought.
He was also at the convention, but he didn't stop by our table. And by stop by, I mean
No.
stop when we yell his name.
Oh, God.
But I did buy this metal like Scream poster and bought Matthew Lillard's signature for my wife, and I don't
It's
know.
pretty cool. Metal
Yeah.
poster guy, if you're
It
listening,
was
your
pretty
stuff
cool.
was really cool. And I'm sorry I didn't buy the Jason one.
Yeah.
John Wayne
Was
is dead.
super
We
awesome.
saw John Wayne is dead. He
John
was cool.
Wayne is dead. Which, by the
John
way, John Wayne is dead. Like we've done promo swaps. So I'm gonna actually put his promo right here.
Hey, it's me, John Wayne. You might know me as John Wayne is Dead. I write indie horror novels, play in a punk rock band, and travel the country every week slinging books and breaking hearts at horror conventions in a city near you. I also have a podcast, John Wayne Lied to You. Every Monday, you can hear tales of my adventures across the country, my exploits, my imploits, my all ploits every single week. Coming to you from Wayne Manor in the studio of evil. Check it out anywhere you get podcasts every Monday. John Wayne Lied to You.
Man, that was a great promo.
It was an awesome promo.
I listened to the whole thing twice.
John Wayne is awesome. He's a
Super
fantasy, fantasy, or not fantasy, a horror fiction author. He does 3 different podcasts, one on his Patreon. He does music, and he travels around to all the different horror cons around the country during con season and everything.
He even serenaded us some at the con.
Yeah, he serenaded us. He got got another Matthew Lillard interaction that happened right next to us. This young man was tripping on acid, and John Wayne got Matthew Lillard to peek around a poster at him to freak him out. And Matthew Lillard did it, and we saw the video and did everything. Like,
I think John Wayne's exact words were something like, to be 19 and on acid with Matthew Lillard trying to freak you out.
Yeah, fucking with you. Yeah.
So if any of these things are not entertaining, 1, what's wrong with you? And 2, go to one of these conventions.
Yes.
You will never know what will happen.
Yeah, there was a lot of very interesting things at this convention. So highly recommend.
This is entirely true.
We plan on being at the next.
We'll make every attempt to go to the one in 2022.
Yeah.
In February. We're trying to go to the one in February.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the Mad Monster Party, not Expo. They have 2.
And there are also other things in the works that we may be able to do other cons at some point too. Further details, because there's nothing concrete yet.
Yep. But if you met us at the expo and started listening to the show, if you come to the next one, please stop by our table and say hello, because we will probably remember you and be super grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Or at the very least, we will pretend to remember you so you feel good about it.
And wear the swag.
But just know that you in particular, we do remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I expect you to bring a drink, and then you bring that coaster, and then have it in your hand, drink on coaster, walking around.
And if you didn't get a coaster, use the postcard.
Well, don't use the postcard. It's going to ruin the postcard.
We'll probably have more coasters.
And bring all the buttons.
There we go.
Yes.
The coasters were a hit.
We'll have to make sure that the buttons... Richard and I were like... Well, people were like in and out of the table. Richard and I were like turning the pins and the buttons to make sure they were facing the same way.
Well, because we want people to put them on, and we want them to be face up when they put them on, so that other people can see it.
Then I was like,
important work.
How do you? So you had to show me the intricacies of turning the back metal piece on a button to make sure it's facing the right way. And I was like, I'm just going to break this thing if I do this.
You kept stabbing yourself. Like I'm talking to somebody and you're like, ow, ow, ow.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting there going hoarse, yelling at everyone that walked by.
Yeah, I know me and Steven, like our throats were done at the end of it.
Yeah, because you had to.
Steven was on one side, I was on the other,
and we were facing this big open area with all these people walking by. But because
almost smack dab in the middle.
But there was so much space in front of us that people were able to have a very wide berth away from our booth, and so like we had to catch people as they were turning the corners and stuff, and just because they had no idea what we were. We had the coolest tablecloth in the place.
Oh God, bar none.
Because
We
that
had,
our season 1 art on it.
Yeah, the coolest table art.
Yeah.
And like that's a lot of people just come up and just be like, "You got a nice table over there." I'm like, "Hell yeah, get over here."
But
there
we
was
could
another
hardly
podcast
speak.
there that was across from us. Well, I guess a couple podcasts. Strangeful Things. The host from that and his co-host on what was it?
The Castle Rock Historical Society.
Castle Rock Historical Society.
Yes, they were super friendly, and they gave me candy.
Very nice. I didn't get any candy.
Well, that's your fault. You didn't walk over to their table.
Very
Get some
true.
Candy.
I was busy working.
I was working.
We were working. We were networking.
Networking.
We were networking. I have talked to them
Networking.
since on Twitter. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a
I
good
have
time, right, Nico?
maintained contact with John Wayne, and I have maintained contact with those two as well.
Yeah, but have you talked to Matthew Lillard yet?
No, I don't think that he'll ever want to talk to me again. After I was just like, yeah, I really like the box set, but I can't afford it.
I'm telling you, this is a feud. It's a feud brewing up.
Your box set
You just
sucks.
wait.
It's too expensive.
We don't need
Like
to
eventually, we're
endure
just
the
gonna
wrath
have to
of
have
Matthew
like an
Lillard.
all-out war with Matthew Lillard. It's gonna happen.
He has influence over our
One
fan
half of our
base.
podcast wants to feud with Matthew Lillard.
You know what? Yeah. In the Patreon channel and the super crazy special one for those who are privy to that. Tell us your thoughts about if you want us to start a Twitter war with Matthew Lillard.
Although, while we're
I
at
won't
it,
do that.
Pace.
while we're at it, let us know if any celebrity, like which
Yes.
celebrity should we feud with?
I don't.
Does any celebrities want to
wanna feud with any
volunteer
celebrity.
to feud with us?
I would personally like to have a feud with Ice-T over
Ooh,
over
he'd be fun to
podcasts.
have a feud with. He'd be really fun to have a feud with, I'm sure.
He'd be like, y'all crazy.
I wouldn't stand a chance, but boy, would it be fun.
Shit. Was there anything else?
Well,
I don't know.
there is one other thing that I guess is normally part of our other part of things, which is a little different because Nico's here this time. But maybe we can do something a little different and have Nico participate with us.
That
Oh, yeah,
sounds
there's
fun,
that.
'cause
But
he hasn't
before
had a
that-
chance to
before
participate
that-
in the last like 10-15 minutes.
I mean, we got to give him something, right?
One more thing, though.
Did the same thing we did when we went to the shop. Just poor Nico's just sitting there.
Stick Shift Incorporated did join, like that podcast did join Microphones and Monsters Productions.
Yes.
It has been almost 2 months now since joining, and if you're listening to this and you've also been listening to Stick Shift Incorporated, thank you so much. There's a lot of people listening to it again. We've definitely revived it in a way as we are getting ready to finish recording season 3 and go into post-production before the end of the year and get a season 3 out next year in 2022. No date set yet, but a date is coming. Nico joined Microphones and Monsters as well as this. Before coming on and doing the guest shot, because when I had the idea for the guest shot, it was incorporated in with our spin-off series, and you will be seeing more of Knits. Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Quiet,
What are you saying?
Don't worry, this is just a subtle replacement.
Subtle replacement of what?
He's just joking.
It was incorporated,
I didn't hear what he
and
said.
I said it was a pun.
Get it?
You said it.
Get it? It's incorporated.
Oh, I got you. But anyways,
We're
Is
professionals.
the third season going to be called The Third Gear?
the third season
'cause you
of Stick
shift-
Shift.
Because you shift?
No.
Okay.
Sorry to disappoint you.
I killed Steven. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, actually, it's going to be called Release the Clutch.
Really? Oh.
But yeah, no, the spinoff series, we don't have a date for it yet. I still don't think I have announced the name of it anywhere. I may have. I don't think I have.
I don't know. I think we've kind of like halfway said it before, but
We like danced around it.
There have been a billion clues at this point.
Yeah, I still don't want to say it yet.
6.
But the spinoff series will continue with Nitz and 2 other characters.
mystery characters. Ooh.
Yeah, 2 mystery characters that will come in the first episode. We have the finale scenario to record for it, so it will be coming in 2022. We don't have a date yet, but be expecting it.
And listen to it when it comes out.
Yes.
Yes. You should also do that.
Listen to it.
You don't have an option. You have to listen to it.
And if you haven't listened to Stick Shift Incorporated yet, go check it out. It's an awesome audio drama. There's 2 full seasons. They're like,
Yeah, get it in gear.
I think average 10 minutes an episode.
Yeah.
And-
get
and
your
you
ass
get-
in gear and go listen to Stick Shift
And you get extra
Incorporated.
lore about Skylar. Like
Yes.
if you were into the Skylar arc.
Yes, if
Yes.
you liked the Skylar arc, season 1 and season 2, and then as soon as season 2 ends, that's when Skylar comes into our show. And now they're both under the Microphones and Monsters network, and we are like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just funny how
I don't
that
really
worked
listen to
out like that.
podcasts, though.
What?
Well, you'll be into this. It is a Stick Shift Incorporated is a urban horror. What did I call it before?
Suspense.
Yeah, or a supernatural urban horror audio drama, and it's very bite-sized episodes, 10 minutes. Like you can get through it in a day. Really, it doesn't take that long.
No, like it's definitely good, like digestible chunks of story. It's really good. Awesome voice acting.
Yeah. It is really like no joke. But Richard does voice act in it, and it is amazing. And so does Dietrich, who plays Skylar. You already knew that, but
Yes, Skylar is in fact in the story about Skylar. Yes,
played by the same person.
It's
Who would have
crazy.
So-
thought?
It's great. Okay, what
what kind of comparison thing we doing?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
comparison
let's
thing
do
are we
that.
doing?
I don't know.
I think,
What other IP?
Can we mooch
Nico,
off of?
do you have an idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
the guest, and you have to do your character.
Yeah,
Oh,
work.
man.
Yeah, you're the guest. Do our job for us.
Oh, well,
You work for us now.
I recently just started watching the Animaniacs, the new version of the Animaniacs.
Oh, wow.
And it is absolutely amazing. So
I have not watched the new version.
So are we trying to limit it to only new version characters, or are we open to like any characters throughout all of
characters
Animaniacs?
throughout all of the Animaniacs. You can.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know any of the
Ooh.
new characters if there's
There's
they're
not a
the
lot of
same.
poignant new characters.
Oh,
Most of
okay.
the old ones are still what people are
Okay.
going to know,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Mine,
Okay.
Mine is on lock. I already know what it's going to be.
Okay.
We'll go.
It's the brain.
Julian
Are you
is
sure it's
the
not
brain.
Scratch and Sniff?
I am
The
the,
guy
brain.
that thinks he's smart that isn't?
Exactly. It's perfect.
You know,
Narf.
one is a genius and the other's insane.
That's difficult because I don't know where Victor would fit in.
I would maybe say Buttons if I had to just throw one out there.
Buttons. Oh, buttons.
Because I mean, I could see that the whole overprotective thing, like, oh no,
Yes.
like this child is in danger, I mustn't save it.
Yeah.
And the child just keeps putting itself in more danger.
Yes.
Mhm.
We're not going to say who Buttons
But-
is in this scenario.
No,
Or
no,
but
no, no, no,
Mindy,
no, no, no,
Mindy.
no. I know.
Yeah, Mindy.
I know who Victor
Mindy,
is.
yeah.
Do you
Who?
remember Skippy and Slappy Squirrel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
He is
Yeah.
Skippy.
I
Victor
was
is Skippy.
thinking that. I was thinking that. Yeah, Skippy. That's a good
Okay,
one.
I can get with that. I can see that.
All right,
At least
Alistair.
we didn't say runt. Let's see. What would Alistair be? I mean, I could maybe see like a touch of Slappy in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bold and crotchety.
Or maybe a little bit of Rita.
Yeah, Rita.
I was actually also kind of thinking a little bit of
His
the good pigeons, but the cool pigeon.
The good feathers.
Yeah, the good
The good
feathers.
the Ray
Yeah.
Liotta.
Yes.
the Ray
The,
Liotta pigeon.
The Ray Liotta pigeon. Yeah.
Yes, the Ray Liotta pigeon.
There's the Ray Liotta pigeon, the De Niro pigeon, and the Pesci pigeon.
Yeah.
And then you can't,
Yeah, exactly.
You can't forget the god pigeon.
Yes, the God
Yes.
pigeon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to
And-
figure
and-
out
and an
who
interest-
in the Microphones and Monsters universe Chicken Boo is.
Oh, Chicken Boo.
Chicken Boo.
Oh,
I can barely remember the gimmick
Well,
of
hold
Chicken
on.
Boo.
We got Nico. You said who Nitz was going to be, right?
Oh, I didn't yet.
No, not yet.
No, he
Yeah,
hasn't
come
yet.
on, we got.
Oh no.
Man, I hate to peg him on on a main character, but I feel very wacko. Like he never knows what's going on and just keeps
Hey.
falling into scenarios that.
That's
That's okay. We
Yeah.
peg our characters as main characters all the time.
time.
So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I definitely get the wacko vibes from him. Like he thinks he knows what's
yeah,
going on.
I can
but
see that.
No.
No.
Gerbo is Hello Nurse.
I can see that.
He's a little whoopsie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Inside joke for
who?
the spin-off.
Don't worry, you'll get in
Yeah,
later.
you'll get it. You'll get it later.
Who is Chicken Boo?
See,
That's
the
the
thing
question
is,
of
I
ages.
could even see an argument that Victor is somehow Chicken Boo, but
I was considering Chicken Boo.
Transformed, you are Chicken Boo.
Is Manrose Mr. Skullhead?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. That works.
And I think everyone missed it, but I said that Gerbo is Hello Nurse. It doesn't actually
yeah.
fit. He's
Yes.
just a nurse.
I
I
mean-
thought it was funny.
Why not?
No,
thought
he's
it-
not
I thought it
hello
was funny.
nurse. He's hello nurse. But I don't know if I had to maybe put somebody as Chicken Boo. What about the Beast?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's like the Beast kind of gets uncovered and then just disappears.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's true.
That works. I think that works.
Everyone's going to be wondering about Chicken Boo
the
and his
shot-
relation to the universe now.
Uh,
Chicken Boo's going to
Chicken-
be part of the
I know-
Microphones and
I know-
Monsters universe.
I know
It's
exactly
gonna-
who the Beast is.
Multiverse.
Oh,
Do you remember the big fat security guy who's always chasing
Oh,
yeah.
Animaniacs
What was it,
around?
Ralph?
Yes.
Ralph?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Barham.
Yes. The Beast is Ralph. Oh, that actually. Ooh.
Or-
No, that's
No,
a
the
more
Beast
Barham
isn't Ralph.
character. Shit.
It is Barham. Yeah.
Barham.
Damn it.
Who's Dr.
We're
Scratch
gonna
and
need a
Sniff?
spin-off. We're gonna need a spin-off audio drama of Barham and Chandira as they're like junior detectives and going out.
Please.
into
Oh wait,
their
are we
own-
going to do
sitting
like
there
our own
talking to
police
himself.
academy?
Oh God.
I would hire somebody to do Chandira.
Yeah, we can do our own police academy. It'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Well,
or like super,
On a
Super
Fool's
Troopers.
Quest, there's two characters, Derek and Squirtle, on a Fool's Quest. Without going into any spoilers, but I want to voice Derek for a buddy cop audio drama with Derek and Squirtle.
A little CSI audio drama spinoff with two D&D character NPCs. Yeah.
Yeah, and we could have two buddy cop. Well, one it's more like a sheriff and deputy. The other's more of like a like 48 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see Derek and Squirtle being like 48 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Who's Axel Foley?
do 48 hours meets Bad Boys.
Now, here's maybe the last one that I have to ask, just because I feel like I have to ask it here.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the Mime Time Mime?
I actually don't know who that is.
Like, he only appeared like on a few little bits here and there, but it was like the segment always started off like, it's Mime Time.
I have to look that up.
I remember. Alexander, because he barely said anything.
we barely ever heard him speak.
He made sure y'all got paid.
He spoke to him like twice, and then he got destroyed by the portal.
Yeah, because y'all rested for
accurate.
9 days. Y'all rested for 9 days while Dalton went through with his plans and succeeded, and then almost all the DDA senior members died.
Oh, we didn't know that was happening.
It'd be nice if someone let us know that would happen.
I'm not supposed to let y'all know the future.
It'd be nice if you gave us some kind of precognitive ability to know everything that's going to happen.
Yeah.
No one listens
coulda
to
kept-
Victor anyway.
You could have kept going with Dread. You would have been fine.
I'm sure it would have turned out
Know
100%
that.
awesome. Definitely no problems could have possibly come up from that.
I blacked out again. What happened? Oh.
Exactly.
See, that would have been fun. Like trying to uncover Dalton, like another what if scenario. If y'all had actually gone through and tried to
died.
stop Dalton before he succeeded on getting everything in motion.
Just do
And
the
then
Hangover, but it's Dread.
Season
and
2
we
would
just,
have been way
come out of
different.
Dread and figure out what happened.
If season 2 would have been way different, then we obviously made the right decision because season 2 was awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
Well,
Yeah,
then.
but it could have also still been awesome.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah.
Maybe we can have
Listen,
two
we don't
awesomes.
need to speak about hypotheticals here. I'm speaking
Until we
at
do What If.
concrete
We have a
knowledge.
multiverse.
Once we do What
There's
If,
no
we
reason-
totally
there's no
need to
reason
talk
for
about
What If.
hypotheticals.
Are we gonna do the bit where the pallid mass taking over was a nexus point and we can't have any branching points after that? We're just going straight into Loki.
Speaking of
That's
Nexus
a good idea
events,
for a spin-off, though. If we ever run out of ideas, is we just pick a point in the campaign, make sure we know everything that happened up until then, and just make a different decision.
Marvel's doing it, man. And Marvel's killing it with it.
Yeah, well, what if? Yeah.
Yep.
exactly.
We've been talking about what if for a long time, but didn't they have a comic series that was what if?
Yeah, they
they
did.
did.
They did comics for What If. They did a bunch of them that way, and now they have a show to do the same thing for the MCU.
Yeah. I think that's about it.
I think that's a Morons, my friends.
That's more.
Yep.
That sounds like a Morons.
Yeah. The moon has hit my eye like a big pizza.
Like a
pie.
big pizza pie.
That's a morons.
Roll for Dread. do.
All right, well, chalk another notch in that we made that joke again.
Yeah.
Yes. We did.
I need a
It's not
whiteboard
even
for that.
funny anymore.
It wasn't funny the first
that's the
time.
hallmark of a good joke is that it's so good it gets run to the ground until it's
Mhm.
not funny.
Yeah,
It's
remember,
the hallmark.
Remember the "Was Up" commercial for Budweiser?
Oh, yeah.
What's up?
The key is that you have to keep making the joke until it becomes funny again. That's the key.
Okay, did you just write it all the way around?
Mhm.
Yep. It works. It's scientifically proven by science.
I love that there was a horse on Pinky and the Brain called Far Fig Newton.
Yes. Or should I say, Noff?
No.
Zort.
All right.
Charles.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us, Nico,
Yes.
for this Morons.
Yes.
You got to be part of the monthly Morons. We didn't get to do a just Nico Morons.
No, this was good. This is a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being on.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, totally.
thank you.
Totally.
Thank you for being on and being awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we really enjoyed your arc on the show.
Well, if you ever need another techie ranger that is completely oblivious to everything going on around him, give me a shout. I'll be back.
Huh.
I have.
we
a,
might just take
Got
you
the
up on
same
that.
boss.
I've already been talking about it.
Let me
running
get your
ideas
contact information real
and
fast. I'll think of
stuff.
something.
and Nico will probably be seen in season 4. Just throwing that out there.
What's the season 4?
That's cool.
Mm.
Season 4 of what?
Nico.
We're gonna take the idea that Atticus brought up in the first guest shot with we're gonna do an in game. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
If we get that far, we haven't even gotten that far yet.
Yeah, well,
we have to get to the end
I
of the
get-
game first.
You might die.
Yeah, we never know what's going to happen.
It's
But
okay.
we do know one thing for sure.
No one's ever really
Nits
gone.
will return in Untitled Microphones and
Yes.
Monsters spinoff.
Yes.
2022.
Probably.
if it works out.
Yes,
or something.
2022.
In a world that we've already visited.
All music is written and produced by Marco Mazzei at Fallen Highway Studios.
That
with
is not
additional
true.
music
That is
from
not
Dark
true.
Fantasy
It's-
Studios
yeah.
and Nico Rodriguez.
And
I think it's
aimed
technically
ahead. Maybe.
Marco Mazzei is plural and Dark Fantasy is singular, if I remember correct.
Yeah. And aimed ahead, and Nico Rodriguez wrote the intro and outro music
Nice.
for it. So
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I guess. Whatever. I'm not on that show. Yet.
you helped set it up, though. You helped set it up.
See if you get a
You
crossover
actually
invite.
helped one. You actually created one key subplot thread there.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I created 2 because I'm pretty sure he's going to paint that van.
Well, I won't argue with that. That wasn't exactly a subplot thread. It's just a thing that happened.
I mean, that was pretty important to Nits. I'm going to be honest. The van is like my most
I'm
prized
a lore
possession.
builder, okay?
If it's not obvious, Richard is in the show too.
What? I'm in the show.
It wasn't. Thanks for spoiling it.
but not as Alistair. So
Well, that wouldn't
Or-
be any fun.
No.
We're a version
Gotta
of
change it up
Alistair
sometimes.
Idol,
Gotta change it up.
In case anyone was thinking of that.
One of his
I don't
9 lives.
actually know very much about it, but I know
Yes.
he's not playing another Alistair.
No, my character only has one life. It's okay. Like, he can die.
Yeah, he can't die.
He doesn't have
Oh, but
9
they're-
lives and life reversing spells. Yeah.
and without any details, there are 2 other projects on the horizon that are being talked about and planned and all kinds of stuff.
I
So
don't even know what these are.
there's you don't even know what those are.
Yeah, I don't even know. Am I in them? Probably not. I don't
I mean, you might be.
Ooh, who knows?
You might be
the sh-
in one of them.
If you want to
And-
hear
and
more,
one of them, you
Steven,
very well
you
might
let
be.
us know.
I do.
Oh,
I wanna hear more Steven.
but then there's the third other thing that we haven't talked about that we're only just whispering about yet. We just got a lot of really fun stuff coming down the pipeline. Don't
Yes.
worry about it.
With this much stuff, some of it's got to be good.
Exactly.
One of them has to. One of them has to work, right?
Quantity
yeah.
over
What
quality.
was it by episode 273?
Nah, quality.
Like,
Yeah,
by
yeah.
season-
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Come on, man.
Something will
what's
stick.
I need,
Hey, we're oh shit, we haven't even gotten to that yet. We've recorded with expect a lot this month.
Yes.
Mid-season, we are going to have the actor Aaron Dallavilla join us.
Yes.
Aaron Dallavilla, like Dallabilla.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you for that.
He is
distinction.
going to be joining us. I believe his episodes start October 15th, and they're going to run all the way to the end of November.
Yep.
It is going to be, or it
Pretty
is a
epic
fun
arc.
arc. I
Yeah.
think you're going to enjoy it. Sets up a lot of stuff too. Sets up some pretty epic shit. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's it.
That's it.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you guys.
All music, and this was
love you.
Marco Mazzei. And make sure to visit mikesandmonsters.com and tag us on Twitter and all of that good stuff.
And Instagram.
We say it every time.
Instagram, TikTok,
And come talk to us in the Discord.
Facebook.
Yes.
Like, do something with our Facebook. Like, somebody message us on shit. Like, nobody cares about our Facebook.
I don't think a lot of people
I don't
use
care about Facebook,
anymore.
honestly. I don't use
Everyone
Facebook. It's there
Love-bomb
for the
Facebook
show.
so Adam pays attention to it.
Yes, please. But on Instagram, definitely on Discord, like daily.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
get on
Discord.
Discord. We
We
need more people
love
on
this
Discord.
talking with people on
your
Discord.
D20 and see how mean the dice robot is to you.
Mm-hmm. I rolled it a 20 once, and I don't want to roll it ever again because I was doing great.
And if you don't like these guys, I'm in the Discord at least. You can come talk to me.
That is true.
I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
Nico's
You
on
can come into
Discord.
the Discord and
Nico.
just talk to Nico.
And throw some love at him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
But not
please
in
go over to
whatever form
foolsquest.com.
Mm-hmm.
And A Fool's Quest has a Discord too. We got a lot of crossover fans, even.
yeah,
So.
make sure to check out Ethereal Embrace to hear Adam be a player.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
playa.
Yeah. Well,
I
don't know
talk
this
like
podcast,
this.
so.
He does.
Yeah.
He brings out his southern charm.
Yeah. And I eat a lot of food.
Lots of food.
It's got some delicious.
But yeah,
skin
especially for Ethereal Embrace, if you like mysteries, they've got mysteries for you.
Yeah, it is a mystery, and it is, yeah, it's amazing. I can't give anything away.
No, don't. But just know for the mystery lovers out there, there's a lot for you.
Yes.
tags. Or is there?
Shh, you're giving away the twist.
It's a straightforward story about a guy
There are
going
no
shopping.
mysteries whatsoever. It's completely barren of mysteries.
Got to get to episode 273 to find out.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you so
Bye,
much. We love you.
Thank
Can't
you.
thank you enough.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
I don't know
Bye.
why I'm waving because they can't see
I
this.
almost-
but
It's
I
because
always-
they can see
You
you.
should cut
They
the
can
audio
every
right
time.
now.
See, now they imagine you waving and they can see you. It's perfect.